Jade's been questioning the loyalty of Red.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to After News Alike. So in the last video, we went over the match between Jade Cargill and Kiera Hogan. I was about to talk about the poll. So in the poll, just want to bring that up on the screen right now. Thank you for the turnout, guys. It was almost 600 votes. And I basically asked you guys who you're rooting for. And a lot of you guys were rooting for Jade Cargill against Kiera Hogan. The results were a little surprising to me because I thought Kiera Hogan would clear 40 to 45%. Thought it'd be a lot even, but a lot of you guys are huge Jade Cargill fans, so I appreciate y'all for always watching my videos as well. Now, let's get into this because 2 weeks ago I made a video talking about Red Velvet and how things were starting to kind of dwindle her status in the baddies. So we saw that there was some dissension 3 weeks ago on Dynamite inside of a match, and then 2 weeks ago on Rampage, she was kind of taunting like she was going to try to hit Jade Cargill, like she really is getting tired of Jade Cargill. And I think a lot of it had to do with when Red Velvet was out, she didn't even acknowledge her when she was out. She just replaced her. I think she replaced her with, I think Kiera Hogan was already in the group, so I think it was Leila Grey. I think it was. So we had a moment here, before I get into the rest of it, so we had a moment here in the match where Leila Grey so Kiera Hogan was ringside, and she was down and out. And Leila Grey picked her up, and she was setting it up for Jade to slap her or hit her or whatever. But Red Velvet held her arm and kept Jade Cargill from hitting her. And you knew after that point things would not be the same between Red Velvet and the rest of the baddies after that. Now, Jade Cargill still went on to win the rest of the match to go 46-0. But what ended up happening here, we saw some dissension because Red Velvet didn't even celebrate with Jade Cargill. She went up the ramp, and Leila was with her. So it's definitely starting to look like Red Velvet is going to lead the baddies at some point. Now, it's still not official yet, but very interesting. We actually got a match next week. I'll talk about that on the back end here. But we're going to have a match between them. But let me just give the rest of my thoughts on this. So my thoughts is this. So yeah, I like this though. They're building this up a lot better than they did with Kiera Hogan. I felt like the only thing that was missing with Kiera Hogan was a storyline build up going into this match. They didn't build it up well. They're building it up a little bit better with her and Red Velvet because at least Red Velvet, this is a storyline right now. So they're building this up a little bit better with that whole thing. I want to see some layers with this though. Like I want to see this continue because I do like Red Velvet a lot. I want Red Velvet to have a nice solo career in AEW. But we'll see though because at the same time we got to see how they do this. So we don't know. So right now, Leila Grey is looking like her A baddie. And more than likely what they're going to do, they're probably just going to replace her with another baddie when Red Velvet lose. So I want y'all to let me know in the comment section y'all ideas for her exit, all this other stuff. Like anything y'all got to say about this, I'm definitely looking forward to listening to y'all. Even if I don't respond to y'all, I am going to read your comments for real. I'm going to read your comments. Go on ahead and get this video like y'all. Hit the like button for me. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new in the zoo. If any comments y'all got, like I said, definitely put them below. And if you want to donate to the channel, hit that super thanks button below, guys. I much appreciate it. To donate straight to Google, I'm going to put it up on the screen how to do it. So y'all see that thanks letters beneath the video. You hit that, and it's the heart symbol with the $ as well in the middle. You push that, and Google will give you a set amount to donate through. If that don't work for you, because that usually works with my overseas viewers the most, you can do the Cash App as well if you have that already set up. The Cash App is on the screen right now, $ Sack Exchange, so you can donate straight through the Cash App. So if you guys want to show that appreciation, definitely do that for the channel. Let me post my top donators so you guys can see how low and how high people have donated on the channel this year. You can get on the list for as low as $2, guys. And your name will be displayed every week, guys, because I'm going to keep this donator list up the whole year in 2023. So your name could be on there, and I thank anybody who donates, man. I appreciate the love that all of you guys have had under my Jade Cargill videos. I really appreciate you guys. Let's get to 5,000 views on this video. I definitely want to get to 5,000. But Red Velvet, man, yeah, this was. We saw it coming. But I was like, man, this is going to be interesting. Now, next week on Dynamite, so on the New Year edition, this is a new era. So next week, we're going to have a match or Wednesday, we're going to have a match with Jade Cargill teaming up with Red Velvet against Sky Blue and Kiera Hogan. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. I love me some Sky Blue, so look, I'm hoping they do something with Sky Blue soon, because she's really young and she's probably got the most potential on the whole entire roster at her age as far as where she can go in the future. She is their version of Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. She's a lot like Cora. She's like AEW's version of Cora Jade, basically. Y'all knew her as Elena Black in AEW when she was here. But yeah, man. But like, this match is going to be interesting. And obviously, with Red Velvet teaming with Jade Cargill, we got to see if they get it back on the same page or not in this match. I got a feeling if they lose, or if in some way Red Velvet causes them to lose or something like that, it might be a disqualification. I think it could go down that way as well. There's going to be some definite dissension in the baddies, so I definitely cannot wait to see this. Going to be very interesting. Glad we get a chance to see Kiera Hogan back in the ring again too, teaming with Sky Blue this time. It's going to be interesting. I hope we get some tag team title belts too, because I want to see maybe Kiera Hogan team up with somebody, maybe Sky Blue or somebody, or Will Nightingale in the future, man, and go after those tag team titles. I think Anna Jay and Ty Miller will win the first, or Ruby Soho will win them too. But Ruby Soho really needs to get elevated to being a little bit higher on the what's called a card. But back to the losses though. This is one of the few times where they can actually have Jade Cargill lose. Because if y'all watch SmackDown, Roman Reigns actually lost, even though he's a champion. I would have Jade Cargill lose against Kiera Hogan and the Red Velvet. I would do that because it's one of the few times we can actually have Jade Cargill lose a match. But wait a minute, does the tag team matches? This is the only question I got. Does the tag team matches actually count as a loss for Jade Cargill under her solo streak? Because I don't know if that's just for solo streaks or that's for her overall record, like tag team matches as well. So I do want to know that. If y'all know that information, let me know in the comment section. Because I do want to know, if she loses a tag team match, does that actually count as a loss in her career? Because if it does, she can't lose a tag team match then. So Leila Grey got to step it up. That should be interesting on Wednesday, y'all. So let's see how that goes. Thank y'all for watching this video. Happy holidays, y'all. Y'all enjoy it. Happy New Year to y'all. And I'll see y'all 2023 on Wednesday. Thank y'all for watching this one. After News Delight.